This month, the number of unemployed Americans who have been denied federal emergency unemployment benefits has reached 3 million.
This is simply reprehensible. These are responsible Americans who are trying to find work and are facing the toughest job market we've seen in decades.
What could be more basic than the dignity that work gives a person and the ability to provide for yourself and your family's basic needs?
We need policies that will help people make ends meet when times are tough.
And so, for 7 Wednesdays this summer, we're going to lift up the voices of the unemployed and ask the people who have the power to listen and to learn.
This is only a tiny portion of the 2,500 stories that we've received.
For too many in this institution, these are the forgotten Americans.
They see this as an abstract budget issue as opposed to a human issue.
But we are all here to give their voice to all of you.
I come to you today to read the letter from Eileen from Sterling Heights, Michigan.
It's from Floorline in Luray, Virginia.
Karen in Canton, Ohio.
Gail in Nesquehoning, Pennsylvania.
From Marissa in Baltimore, Maryland.
Brian Krieger from Mount Horeb, Wisconsin.
Patricia, who's in Crystal, New Mexico, on the Navajo Indian Reservation.
Stephen's story from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Sandy's story from Fullerton, California.
From Amber in New Haven, Connecticut.
The story by Lisa in Dighton, Massachusetts.
Terrence in Chicago.
T from Louisville, Kentucky.
Because her story broke my heart.
From Mark Stevens from Beaverton, Oregon.
Carlisle of Bentonville, Arkansas.
Lisa Stickley, West Virginia.
Jenny from Climax, Georgia.
Laura in Austin, Texas. Anthony, who is from Providence, Rhode Island, and he wrote to me, I recently lost my apartment.
I've had to ask the court for a stay of eviction.
I am desperate and don't know where I will be living or eating in the next week.
I have stale bread and very little food in the fridge, which is going to run out of power for lack of payment of the bill.
The company for which I had worked for 29 years closed with 1 day's notice.
I was a good, hardworking employee who was rewarded by my company for being a top performer.
There was nothing, not a single thing I could have done to save my job.
I have been trying to find employment for a year with no success.
I walk around every day looking for work and putting in applications.
I have applied for part-time, full-time, contract, freelance, and temporary positions
with an emphasis on lower paying jobs.
I've put in over 1,000 applications and received at least 500 refusals.
And I am selected for interviews due to my qualifications, but do not get the position.
Interview after interview, I get my hopes up without any success.
I want to work.
I feel trapped, hopeless, and useless.
There are days I don't even want to wake up, and when I do, I'm disappointed my breaking heart didn't kill me.
The year came to a close with a very unmerry Christmas.
Politicians in D.C. got to enjoy their holidays.
I wonder if they understand that all the resources and benefits they take advantage of are paid out of our tax dollars.
Please stop the politics and do something.
This is an issue that this Congress needs to act on. Please help us.
And so that is the voice of Patricia, and to Patricia I say,
we haven't forgotten you.
We're fighting as hard as we can.
This Wednesday and every day.
We hear you.
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 We hear you, Linda.
And we stand with you.
And we stand with you.
We stand with you.
We stand with you.
We stand with you.
And we stand with you in calling for the extension of unemployment benefits.